heard that you ran out of gas on the lake. Can you comment on that?
Well, I'm a guy that I'm going to empty my tank, so you'll get everything I got.
You'll run it dry, huh?
That's right.
What's the feeling with them getting used to you and you getting used to them here through spring ball and now leading into the first game?
I've got a great comfort level, I think, with each other. It was a pretty seamless transition, at least on my part. I felt there was a real strong willingness from both players and coaches alike to buy in, to learn what we wanted to do, and to accept the things that we were demanding of them. So it's been really good. Been very pleased with their attitude.
How much can you, because they've got a new OC there, I mean, I don't know how much you can really look at their game film from last year other than from a personnel study. I mean, because they're doing some different things.
Yeah, and he's got a very extensive background, has been in a number of places. So, he's obviously emphasized, the desire to run the football and in in a lot of different types of ways. He's been in systems where they've run the quarterback. He's been in systems when they've been in the eye backs and running the power and the counter game. And off of all that, a really strong play action passing game. So he's been in the spread. He's been in 3 tights and 2 backs. He's very, very extensive and very multiple in the things that they do. So try to find a happy medium, the balance of what it is that they do, the bread and butter of what they do, and they kind of go from there.
Coach, talk about how exciting it is for you just going into a first game to see what you've got when real bullets fly, because you haven't had a chance, obviously, to see that.
Yeah, that's kind of the unknown for me personally, how our guys are going to respond, learning the different personalities, their temperament on game day, the toughness that it takes to face adversity that's inevitably going to happen. And just to see who's got that competitive edge to them, who the leaders, what type of leaders emerge, and again, the mental and the physical toughness that game day demands. We're going to find out real quick, who's ready for it and who isn't.
Is it kind of unique, maybe exciting for you, because it's been 13 years since you've been in a situation like this where it's totally new, where you're going into a first game like this?
It is. Since I've been here, it seems like every day there's something that's new and it's the first time. So, that's exciting, and it's also a little bit unnerving I'd be lying if I said it wasn't, but that's part of the challenge to grow from a professional standpoint, and but it's been a lot of fun, and again, the challenge of facing a new new platform, if you will, a new stage is pretty neat, very special. Be at a place like Clemson, and again, the first game I'm coaching in, we're going to play against Auburn in Atlanta, so it's pretty exciting.
Coach Swinney talked about how well guys have responded to you. What's your feeling on how the guys have responded to you, especially in the last 3 weeks or so?
You don't spend a whole lot of time on it, other than if you have any type of a resistance. That's never good. So it's been good, and I haven't had to really experience that for the most part. Guys again have had a great deal of maturity. We've got a strong group of character guys that want to win, that they understand what winning is. There's a strong foundation of success here. So sometimes when you 13 years ago I go to Oklahoma, they hadn't had a winning season in 5 years. There's a lot of elements and obstacles that you're having to fight through. So obviously comes with that is resistance and the resistance to change. So again, it hasn't been that way. So the last 3 weeks, I think our guys have grown more and more confident in what we're doing, and I think that they're excited. I think they feel they can have success. But you still have to go earn it. You have to go earn it every day, and you got to earn it on game day. It's not all going to be easy. It's not all going to be good. It's not all going to be perfect. But I think that's what I'm excited about as much as anything, to see our guys respond in some adverse conditions, and the revealing of character will take place on Saturday.
They named Frazier as the starting quarterback. Does that mean anything to you, or do you still prepare for both of those guys?
Not really. You prepare for a system. He's a big, strong, athletic, highly recruited, talented guy. He's got a big arm. I think that I think it goes without saying they featured him in a more of a quarterback run system last year. I'm very aware of Frazier just coming out of high school, being in Arkansas just a state away. We had at Oklahoma they had recruited him, so I know he's got a very live arm, and he's still a young guy that obviously they feel very strongly about naming him the starter over Mosley and the other guys there in camp. So again, expect a steady dose of both him and their backs, and again they've got some terrific skilled guys to surround them with at both receiver and at tight end. So they've got a nice group of weapons to surround them, and a very, very highly talented offensive line as well.
They have also they're going to have a new center also because of the suspension of the guy they had there. How do you attack that? Do you try the game plan?
I got my own problems. We got a bunch. I say that. I mean, we got a bunch of young guys too that haven't played or haven't been starters full time, and so I'd be a hypocrite if all of a sudden I'm worried about the opponent as much as you got to worry about yourself and make sure that that you guys have an understanding of what they need to do. Again, playing with toughness and discipline, and just getting lined up, and playing within the confines of the system, not trying to do too much. We're not built for attacking one particular guy right now. We're trying to build a system here, and we're 11 guys complement one another.
What has Quanah Christian done since you've been here to improve his game?
I think he's approached the practice field with more of a sense of urgency. That's the biggest, most profound thing that I've seen him do and improve. Just take things have a little bit more focus on a day-to-day basis. I'm still getting to know all these guys, so that's not an indictment on him. Outside of, I think that's something that he would, be willing to admit that he needed to take a better attitude, a better approach.
In terms of trying